It's fairly safe to say that Elon Musk has been fairly vocal in his criticism of the UK government, the UK police, the judiciary system and the media over the past week or so. I spoke recently about his criticism of the two-tier policing system, how he retweeted a cartoon which depicted just that. He then went on to criticise Sir Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, who came out and talked about defending Muslim communities by responding, "What about all communities?" He then even went on to say how he suspected that civil war was inevitable in the UK, given the frictions and the tensions that we're currently experiencing, resulting in protests and riots across the country. But he's definitely doubled down over the last couple of days, continuing to talk about these issues that are really at the forefront of everyone's consciousness here in the UK. On the subject of two-tier policing, he shared a tweet from The Guardian where they had retweeted an article talking about the so-called myth of two-tier policing and questioning where this particular myth had come from. Twitter's algorithm, or X's algorithm, had actually come up with several citations, all from the very same newspaper, all from The Guardian, where they have spoken about in the past and commented on apparent two-tier policing based primarily on race. Bit of an own goal there for The Guardian, and Elon Musk punctuates this beautifully with a little chef's kiss. On a slightly darker note, he spoke about the two-tier judiciary system and he gave this example. Now, of course, this is just something he's shared. I don't know the complete backgrounds to all of these cases and I'm just going on what I've seen. But he posted this where it shows 3 different men and 3 different crimes and 3 different punishments. The guy on the left says, posted racist comment on Facebook, 15 weeks jail. Another white man in the middle sold anti-immigration stickers, 24 months prison. And then it shows a man of colour looking, presumably Asian, on the right hand side that said, repeatedly raped 12-year-old girl, 180 hours community service and no prison time. And I understand he got a suspended sentence in that instance. Right, sorry to stop the video there. Just want to quickly ask a very big favour. If you like these videos, do please hit the subscribe button. It's absolutely free. And if you change your mind and you get bored of me rambling on about random things, you can always unsubscribe at any time. Also, if you appreciate the videos, there will be a link in the description to buy me a beer. Yes, the URL says buy me a coffee, but we all know, don't we? Anyway, back to the video. Elon, quite rightly, says, what the hell is going on? And this is something that people across Britain are asking. This is why we have this so much talk, so much discourse about this perceived two-tier policing and two-tier judiciary system, because there are numerous examples of different people from different groups, some of which are protected, being treated in different ways when it comes to sentencing. We could also say, and maybe it's a topic for another day, that there are differentials in the judiciary system between men and women, and sometimes based on other factors and other demographics, but that's a topic for another day. He also went on to comment on a video that was shared by Sky News where the DPP warns about sharing material online regards the riots and how that could actually be considered an offence, an arrestable offence, and something that could see you having your day in court. Okay, and Elon Musk, again, not shy in criticising the establishment, simply wrote the woke Stasi. Now, I spoke before about this matter and about Elon, and the reason I believe that Elon Musk is getting such a backlash from the establishment, from the elite, is not just because of the size of his platform. Being in charge of X, or formerly Twitter, he has control of one of the biggest forms of media. He has one of the biggest sharing platforms and ultimately one of the biggest voices. They believe he should toe the establishment line because in their eyes, he is the establishment. However, Elon has always been very open and always speaks his mind. That doesn't mean that people always agree with him. But like him or loathe him, you have to respect the fact that he will not kowtow to the message, the mainstream message that we're all supposed to listen to and to follow. He didn't go through all this without having taken the opportunity to have a little bit of a swipe at Facebook. He shared this cartoon from Family Guy and wrote, in 2030, for making a Facebook comment that the UK government didn't like. And as much of a joke as that is, it does seem slightly concerning that that is the way this country is heading. We speak sometimes hyperbolically about the death of free speech, but certainly that's taken yet another blow and another nail to the free speech coffin over the past week. He then, like I say, took a bit of a swipe saying the irony is that Facebook doesn't even exist in 2030. And yeah, for anyone who still uses Facebook, I'll occasionally pop on there to find an old photo of myself or something, but yeah, no, that's probably not too unlikely the future for the platform. Just finally, this doesn't really relate to Elon's criticism of the UK police, government or judiciary system, or indeed the media, but it does relate to Facebook, and something that I think I'm going to talk about once I've done a bit more research on. Elon shared this article about the Facebook race-blind algorithm. Now, the idea of this race-blind algorithm is exactly as it sounds. It's supposed to make it so that the platform isn't biased towards the content you receive or whatever, based on your protected characteristics, I think we call them now, so basically race or ethnicity. But it turns out that, in theory, at least, and I say allegedly because I haven't read this article and I don't know its legitimacy, allegedly and believably, apparently it didn't really work because it kind of overlooked any hate that was directed towards whites and towards men. And that, having, like I say, fleetingly dipped in and out of Facebook, I can truly believe the amount of anti-male and anti-white commentary you get on not just that platform, but various social media platforms is quite overwhelming, whereas obviously anything else is punished to the full extent of the law, to misquote our almighty leader, Sir Keir, man of the people, Starmer. Stay safe, stay sane, everybody.